Do you really have true fans? You might have a large audience and some followers, but do you actually have true fans? How would you even know? I'm going to show you how, but the answers might not be too easy for you. This might sting a little. There might be some bruised egos by the end of this video, but hang in there because I'm going to show you some proven concepts to build true fans and a more sustainable creative career. You might have heard about the 1,000 true fan theory before, but it's a little unclear how to measure that within your own audience or how to even build true fans. How do you actually know? Hey, it's DJ from Spreadshop, and I actually think about this topic an awful lot. I've come up with something called the True Fan Score to kind of help us all figure it out. I'm going to share that with you in a second. But basically, with just some quick math, it'll help you kind of find your true fans in your audience and maybe how to build more. Here's a quick recap of what the 1,000 True Fans theory is and why it should be important to you as a creator. Where did the term come from? Back in 2008, writer Kevin Kelly from Wired magazine came up with an essay called 1,000 True Fans, which pretty much stated that you can have a creative career with only 1,000 true fans. The only basic measurement in that article was the fact that a true fan would spend about $100 a year on whatever it is you were selling, whether it's your music, your merch, your art. That's what we call over in the business world LTV, or customer lifetime value. The customer lifetime value here of a true fan would be $100 a year they're going to spend. And then essentially that would break down to about $100,000 a year coming to the creator. That's the really boiled down version of the 1,000 true fan theory. Pretty good salary for turning any kind of passion into a livable income. But it's more than just money that identifies them. So here's the real definition of a true fan. Number one, of course, they're going to consume all of your content, no matter if it's YouTube videos, music, art. They want it all, and they will watch it all. Number two, they want even more than you have to offer. So they're the ones that are hitting the reminder bell or just chomping at the bit to see what's next from you. Number three, a true fan can't stop talking about you, even to the point where friends and family get annoyed at the family dinners whenever they can't stop talking about, Peter McKinnon or Pearl Jam. You know the people I'm talking about. And number four, a true fan will buy 80% of whatever it is that you're offering, and they'll spend at least $100 a year on your brand. Now, keeping the 1,000 true fan theory in mind and all of those criteria, you're going to want to make sure that you're offering at least $100 worth of something to retain those true fans. Ask yourself, do you even have anything that you're offering true fans? Most creators don't. And that could always be a variety of things, from memberships, courses, exclusive content, and of course, true fans love merch. Which, hey, open a free Spreadshop. The link is in the bio. We got you covered there. And remember, the reason that true fans love merch is they can't stop talking about you. So they want to wear something that identifies them as a fan of yours or your mission. And in a lot of ways, it signals to other fans, I'm one of you. I'm in your tribe. I know what this means. So if we know the true fan theory, we know the criteria, and we know that 80% of true fans buy, then we can get a true fan score and figure out how many true fans are in your audience based on whatever you're selling. Over at Spreadshop, we can clearly see this on how many shirts a creator can sell. That's easy enough, right? So let's break that down. This is the true fan score method and how creators can use it to both grow their business and their creative careers. Now, not all sales are true fans. Some are just gifts or casual buys. So how can we figure out who are the true fans? We can simply apply something known as the 80-20 rule. That's the Pareto principle. I think that's how you pronounce that. Pareto. You say Pareto, I say Pareto. If you don't know what that is and you've never heard of that, it's this oddly accurate formula that states that about 80% of your blank comes from 20% of your blank. And it weirdly works with just about all things. You only travel on 20% of the roads in your town. 80% go untraveled. 20% of your diet contributes to 80% of your health, good and bad. And in business, it's usually spot on that 20% of your customers drive 80% of your success. Here on YouTube, it might be that 20% of your top videos on your channel drive 80% of your new growth and subscribers. Ask YouTube or check your own stats. It's really weird, right? Google more about that. It's uncanny and pretty fascinating. But we can use that method to identify how many true fans you actually have. And by applying your shirt sales, it's really easy to break down. Let's do it. We're going to use the 80-20 by saying 20% of those orders are coming from true fans or potential true fans. The other 80% are casual buyers or maybe gifts. It looks like this. Creator B, who has 300,000 followers and sold 2,849 shirts, 20% of those orders came from true fans. That equals 569.8 being true fans in their audience. So if the theory and the principle are correct, they have 300,000 subscribers, but only about 570 true fans. They're not even at that 1,000 true fans yet. They probably weren't even thinking about these concepts when they were doing this. They just kind of accidentally have 570 true fans, but they have the potential to build even more. Now, back to Creator A with 7 million subscribers, sold 7 t-shirts. He has a score of 1.4 true fans. And maybe that's just his mom or his aunt, or he's just buying a shirt for himself. It's really sad and kind of shocking to see. It could make businesses and brands like us think that your audience isn't real. All joking aside, because I don't want to strike a blow to that creator's ego, but that low true fan score should be a major red flag. That's definitely not looking good for long-term success or building a creative career that lasts. Something isn't jiving or connecting with that audience. They may have potential true fans sitting there, but whatever you're offering just isn't quite connecting. Now, these creators might say, I have millions of views, but are they really connecting with their fans? Or is it just a novelty or some passing fad that could vanish in an instant, like happens with many, many channels and creators? We see this happen all the time. I've heard some merch horror stories like where creators thought they could sell tons and tons of custom socks, and then they just had a living room full of custom socks. No kidding. Which is why print on demand makes a lot of sense. So you can not only test to see if you have true fans in your audience, but you can also see if something's going to connect and then scale it up from there. Test the tried and true first before you go doing something crazy like, custom backpacks or something like that. Nobody wants a living room full of custom backpacks or socks. Maybe you do. I don't know. Everybody's different. And maybe in a strange way, that's a little inspirational that this smaller creator can actually have way more true fans than some top creator. And I would argue that the best time to start building those true fans is when your audience is much smaller, because you can give your audience more one-on-one attention. If you're really wanting a long-term creative career, then building the true fans is more essential than just building casual viewers. Now, of course, somebody with millions of subscribers totally does have fans, no doubt. But you have to ask yourself, do you have true fans as described by the true fan theory? And are you brave enough to find out? Some egos can't take it. And if you find yourself out there doing this quick math and thinking, well, I offered something and no one bought it, I don't have any true fans, what's the problem? Then the odds are you're probably making the same mistakes that creators not only make with their merch, but also with their channels and brands. Check out that video to dig more into the whys and start building more true fans today. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you back here real soon. Happy selling.